could you go ahead and elaborate or explain how we're all born sinners, and how what it means to be born in sin and spiritually dead, and what exactly does
Yeah,
that mean, and what exactly does that look like for our listening
yeah,
audience?
absolutely. Because Adam fell into sin, and he is the father of all of us, what Romans 5 said, he was our federal representation, because we were physically in him at the time of the fall. The reality of it is it's been passed down genetically to all of us. You even see David in Psalm chapter 51, verse 5 say, when I was conceived in my mother's womb, sin was there, yo. You see in Psalm 58:3, the psalmist says that the wicked come forth from the womb speaking lies. And the way that those are written, it is poetic, but the reality of it is that it's showing that, this was present with those children. When you look at the reality of Ephesians chapter 2, verses 1, 2, and 3, the sons of disobedience, those are the ones who refuse to be persuaded by the truth. But the reality of it is that Ephesians chapter 2 says, you were such as those who were dead. And the Greek word for dead means without life. And so it's not that we were born spiritually comatose. It's not that we were born spiritually on life support. We were born dead spiritually, but physically alive. So we're really like walking zombies, yo. And so the reality of it is we don't understand the things of God because we don't have the ability. And the crazy thing about it is, like John 4:24 talks about, those who worship God worship him in spirit and in truth. Well, the reality of it is, if you're spiritually dead, you're not worshiping God with your church attendance. You're not worshiping God with your tithing. You're not worshiping God with your offerings. You're not worshiping God with your sermons, with your choir songs, with your solos. Everything that you're doing is self-serving, and it's not genuine worship to God because you are spiritually dead. And so the reality of spiritual death is a complete and total separation from God. I mean, and we're not even in his family. And this is why Jesus told him in John 8, like, you're acting like your father, yo, the devil. And like that was an offense to the Pharisees, because these were the religious heads of the day, yo. Like they were the main theological watchdogs. And Jesus is like, yo, you ain't acting. Okay, yeah, real talk, y'all acting like your father.
Right.
Yep, Satan. He's your father, yo. And if you was with my father, you would recognize and know who I am. That I am equal with the Father. I'm God. And so spiritual death is a constant 24 hours, every breath that you breathe, rejection of God, and you are an illegitimate spiritual child, man. And the only hope is found in Jesus Christ. This is why it says in Romans 8, and we'll talk about it a little bit later, is that when we are saved and we embrace the testimony of the gospel, that's when we become a child of God, and the Holy Spirit lives inside of us. And because of that, we can cry out, Abba, according to Romans 8:15. And Abba in Aramaic means daddy.
Cool, cool. We're going to go ahead and get into Sin Introduced, and we'll have more from DA when we get back on the Oral Radio Show.
Or radio.